Islam? Islam?
Islam.
Islam?
Islam.
As I rise, La ilaha illallah. There is no person, deity, or thing worthy of worship save Allah. He is the author, the creator, the governor of the world, almighty, eternal, and incomprehensible. All praise is due to Allah. The highest of honors to his prophet, Prophet Ali. I want to give honors to the Moorish flag, the red flag with the green five-pointed star in the center, representing the five highest principles known to man, which are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. A flag that has flown on these shores for over 50,000 years. Where did I get that from? I want to give honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, his teacher, Deuce Ali, and Elijah Muhammad. I want to give honors to the first Supreme Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Brother Il. I want to give honors to our current Supreme Grand Sheik, Brother Dawid Ali Il. I want to give honors to Temple number 19, which is the flagship of our body of Moorish Americans. It's the office of the Grand Governor, with the sheiks, the vanguards, the admin staff, and etc., especially the Ills and Bays. Islam?
Islam.
How the Moors doing? All right. We talk, well, there's a question that asks, what is the covenant of the great God Allah? Which is to honor thy mother and thy father. Give it to me.
Honor thy mother and thy father, thy days may be long upon the earth, Lord thy God Allah.
Give it, right? In that, you know, we're looking at an order. We're looking at order. You know, we talk about how everything in the universe has order. You know, tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but Sunday, we'll be recognizing the highest man or person in our order, Prophet Ali. It is very important
Islam.
to always keep his ideal going, right? Because he was the one that was chosen to get us from point A to point B, and to get us here, exactly. In that, I want to take a step back and talk about order on a lower level. Seeing as my brother's here, I'm going to give a little story. One day, I was a Garveyite, loving life, and one of my brothers asked me to come to this place called the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm like, no, I'm cool, right? So eventually, he gets me to come. I said, I'll come there, I'll come to 3 meetings, right? And in those 3 meetings, at the end of the 3 meetings, I'll decide if I want to be a member or not, right? So the first meeting, everything went fine. The second meeting I came in, this brother walked up, and the whole meeting, he talked to me just like this. And he's talking to the whole room, but he's looking at me the whole time. So when he asked if somebody wanted to join, I was undeniably pressured to join the Moorish Science Temple of America. Y'all don't remember that, right? Yeah, he used to do that all the time. The important thing, you know, about having a leader like your Supreme Grand Sheik, and I know we have our Supreme Assistant Grand Sheik with us all the time, you know, but the thing is on the lower level, those same ideals we have to push. You know, there were obviously, you know, of course, you know, we were youngsters when we were doing this. You know, some mistakes were being made, you know, but one of the things that came out of what we did was this concept of unity and brotherhood. You know, me personally, I had never seen a brotherhood as strong as I had at that time. To see an organization run by men of my age was amazing, and everybody was falling in. And we're not talking about just a couple, we're talking about it was a lot of us at that time. How do you keep that ship right? It's not easy. So I definitely credit you with that. You know, you kept a specific type of energy that we needed in the movement, you know, in retrospect, obviously, because we were in it, we couldn't really see it. And we got a bad rap in a certain senses, but that didn't matter. What mattered is that among our age range and amongst younger folks, Moorish science was being pushed the way that it hadn't been pushed before. You know, it had been pushed with a certain level of aggression at times, you know, and a higher level of knowledge. That's one of the things that we really pull out of that is like, you know, these brothers dig deep. I had no idea where they got a lot of this information from. You know, it was the fact that it was just pulling it out. Also, one of the strongest factors that, you know, that yourself that you pulled out of us is Islam. You know, in a world where a lot of Moors want to forsake that which is Islam or anything in religion altogether, you know, we had a leader that was strictly on it, and he didn't let anybody get around that. No matter how many debates that we had back in those days about is it even relevant or do we need this? You know, it was important that we push this ideal, and it was important that he pushed this ideal. I didn't know why then, but I definitely know now. So that's another thing I credit you with. You know, in the ideas of hierarchy, you know, the earth can't overtake the sun. It is what it is. You know, you have to play your position, right? In that, even with our temple here, you know, for a long time we've been on the island. You know, we felt like we were on the island, just kind of alone, just doing our own thing. As we got more popular, ones wanted us to come in, and instead of Dawid being our son, to replace ourselves in his position. But that was something that we never considered doing. We can't do that. You know, how you do that? That's you just come in. You know, we know what happened with, you know, Emil Ill before, and of course, you know, Moors have their feelings about that. But one thing we didn't want to do is make that same mistake. If we're in a certain line of succession, we're in a line of succession. You know, you all really don't know what these brothers had to do before I even came in to get that line of succession. It wasn't a nice thing, it wasn't an easy thing, but it had to happen. It had to happen so we could be here now in this capacity. It's another thing I can be honest with for that, all right? We talk about unity and the want for unity, right? You know, the prophet, you know, even said that, you know, where there's unity, there's strength, right? We had what we called the Unity Temple back then. So we know what unity looks like. And unfortunately, we know what the bad side of unity looks like as well. Everything has its good and its bad points. To be a temple was so popular, I mean, we had, what, 3 grand sheiks at one time in our temple? Which might not have been the best idea in the world, in retrospect. You know, you can't have 3 heads, you know, and 3 different personalities pulling people in 3 different directions. But the fact that the brothers opened their doors when none of the other Moors wanted to do that, you know, we pulled in Moors from all over the place just because they had nowhere else to go. They gave them a place. So those things, when people ask about why unity, why not, where's the unity at, you know, it's already been done, and we already have a working model for it. And like I said, we have a working model of what we will not do, which is why when unity comes up in certain aspects and we say no, there's a reason for the no. We've been there before. There's a lot of years of history, a lot of years of happiness, a lot of years of frustration, a lot of years of a whole bunch of stuff that happened. You know, I wouldn't be in a position I'm in if it wasn't for this brother here. Because I believe you were the one that stuck me with the muftis, and I was upset I didn't want to be with the mufti.
Exact words was, come on, well, I'm not a joiner.
Not a joiner, yeah, I tried that. Yeah, it didn't work too well. So now I've joined, you know, I have, you know, to the point where I have my wife here as well.
Praise Allah.
You know, and that there's, like I said, there's certain things that we have to push. There's certain ideals that we have to push. You know, we've adopted a specific ideal here that is, you know, that you stick strictly to the prophet. And everything else will fall in line. When it comes to ideals of temple Moors versus sovereign Moors, when it comes to ideals of older Moors versus younger Moors, it doesn't really matter. Stick with the prophet. All right? Everything will work out. We talk about, like again, we talk about unity. Unity is important, but we will not tear up a foundation that we've been given and a line of succession we've been given just for somebody else's concept of unity. All right? Any questions? Any vibrations? All's well? I mean, y'all that came in peace. As long.